Hi, Aleksandra. My name is Ellen, and I'll be correcting this essay for you today. Let's take a look at what you've written here. It's the essay topic about prisoners. Let's see what you say. Preventing crimes, especially among adolescents, is one of the most vital challenges facing the Western world today. While some people claim that former prisoners, without the, could assist in this significant issue, others completely deny this opportunity. I support the first point of view due to the fact that only ex-offenders can explain detrimental consequences of committing crimes and be accepted by the young generation. Okay, so that's good. We fixed all the minor grammar mistakes. There wasn't really anything particularly worrisome. Simple things regarding articles. One thing I would change here is this. Others completely deny this opportunity. It's not really very natural language in English. Um, Let's see, reject this idea. You could have said that. So, while some people claim that former prisoners could assist in a significant issue, others completely reject this idea. All right, that would have worked fine. So, with those minor changes, this actually is really a very nice introduction. Very good, straightforward, not too long, gets to the point, and it presents your position. So, that's it's good. Let's continue. Firstly, the former prisoner could reveal what impact has entailed jailment on their entire life. All right, here something has gone wrong. What impact jail has had on their entire life is what I think you mean to say. This way of nurturing can influence teenagers because they do not often estimate consequences of crime from all possible angles. I think here nurturing is also the wrong word. For instance, in Russia, even after imprisonment, it could be a complex question to be hired at a high qualified and well paid job. This happens due to the fact that almost all employers require certificate of good conduct. Thus, if the young person wants to build a career and is aware of this information, he or she will be highly likely, no, he or she will be likely deterred with a double R from being lured into the criminal underworld. Okay, let's see. Former prisoner could reveal. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. I'm going to just make a mental note that I want to come back to this paragraph. Let's see. Secondly, adolescents tend to create fake idols for themselves, which are mostly not appreciated by society. This occurs, not it, this occurs because the brain is not mature and still developing. The study conducted by a Russian research center among adolescents from 12 to 18 years old represents data that, without that comma, that 7 out of 10 here do not accept teachers as authorities. That is why an emergence of a real offender could have a bigger effect than just warnings told by teachers. Ah, okay. Okay. To conclude, the young generation is one of the most vulnerable parts of modern society and requires certain efforts without the to stop them from going the wrong way. That could be realized successfully by setting safe communication without that A with ex-prisoners. And then you need a full stop there. Okay, so Alexandra, on the whole, I actually really, really like this. One of the things that I really appreciated was this paragraph here. You made this comparison. It was just that one sentence, but it was really effective. It could have a bigger effect than just warnings told by teachers. Now, why did I like that? Because the essay question asks, why are they the best people? And in giving this comparison with teachers, you essentially answered that question right there. You said that they're more effective than somebody else. So, and that's really good. And that's something that a lot of people miss in this essay. So I'm glad you picked up on it and I'm glad you included it. Um, I like this paragraph certainly more than I did this one. You may remember that I said I made a mental note to myself to come back to this. I felt, I'm still thinking about it. I kind of felt when I read it that you were going around the topic but not really covering it. So remember again, let's go back to this and says it is offered it is often argued they are the best people to talk about crime. So here you say that they could reveal what impact jail has had on their life. Okay, fine. And then you say that kids don't understand what crime does. In Russia, you may not be able to get a job because employers require this. So, uh, if a young person wants a job, he will be likely lured. So I felt like this didn't really cover the idea of why they are the best. I mean, a lot of the stuff that you said here, why couldn't, say, for example, a big business owner be effective in this regard? Why couldn't a police officer? Why couldn't a teacher? Why couldn't somebody else? Like, why do you have to hear it from the criminal themselves? Do you know what I mean? So I felt like you kind of went around the topic, but you didn't say why ex criminals are the best people to do this. And so that was what my issue was here. The second paragraph was better. However, let's see. You said that adolescents tend to create fake idols for themselves, which are not appreciated by society. Okay. So, who are these fake idols? Is it the ex criminals? Is that what you're saying? Um, I understood all of this. 7 out of 10 do not accept teachers. So, initially, when I read this paragraph, I really liked it. But looking at it now more closely, I want to just kind of think aloud with you and just tell you what my thoughts are as I'm reading this. So, okay, I understood this. A real offender has a bigger effect than just warnings told by teachers. Okay, this sentence for me was great. This is what really made me like this. But now I'm wondering, how do these sentences all link to each other? Who are these fake idols that you're referring to? Is it the teachers? Is it the ex-criminals? I don't know. Okay. And then what does the ex-prisoners being so effective have to do with their brains not being mature? I don't know. So there's something, like, I just feel like you've got some interesting thoughts, but you haven't really laid them out in a clear, like, chain for us so that we understand where you're going. Part of my problem now is this idea of the fake idols. Okay. So, and then, so they don't accept teachers as authority. See, do you understand what I'm saying? I just don't understand the connection between some of these ideas. Um, the way I read this is that these fake idols are, you're basically telling us that they idolize criminals and people from the underworld, and that's because they're immature. And then you tell us that they don't accept teachers, but then you tell us that a real offender could have a bigger impact. You don't tell us why. Okay, so that for me is a problem. I mean, I was read this paragraph several times now, and so I think that what you needed to do is just go a step further and tell us that these real offenders would kind of, how can I say this? Tear away any false idols or, like, kind of false images that young people have about how glamorous the criminal world is, or they would really tell it like it is, kind of stripping away all the glamour that maybe young people have of this, and that would make them much more effective than teachers. So if you had gone into some of that detail, I think you would have been okay. But it definitely left me with this feeling that there's something missing here. There's something more that we need to read that is not here. So that's pretty much the feedback about this. Did we get to the conclusion? Let's see. To conclude, the young generation is one of the most vulnerable parts of modern society and requires certain efforts. We already said that, I think. Without that could be realized successfully by setting this. Okay, fine. Um, so that's my feedback about this. I thought, generally speaking, it was really nice. On the whole, it left a good impression. I do think that be careful with articles And I want you to make sure that your ideas are really linked to each other, that you're creating an argument in your paragraph where one sentence or one idea clearly links to the next. This is really important, both for task achievement and for coherence and cohesion. And again, remember always to, as you're writing, to keep this in mind. Like, okay, I'm writing something, but is this really answering the question? Okay, so good work. Could there be improvements made on this? Yeah, absolutely, there could be. But I think you're off to the right start. So I want to invite you to sign up for some essay corrections with us. If you're finding this feedback helpful, we'd love to give you more and continue to work together. So let's see if that's something we can do. I want to wish you tons of luck, and I hope to see more of your work in the future.